A late-night takeoff in Beirut turns to horror. At Rafik Hariri International Airport in Beirut, Lebanon, Captain Habtamu Nagasa prepares Ethiopian Airlines Flight 409 for departure. He's been with the airline for more than 20 years.
Exterior checks complete? Check complete, no problems.
First Officer Alula Bayene is a recent graduate of the Ethiopian Airlines Flight Academy. The 82 passengers aboard the Boeing 737 are preparing for an overnight flight to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Good for takeoff runway 21, immediate right turn to Sheka, Ethiopian 409. Takeoff thrust set. Speed increasing. Rotate.
It's just after 2:30 in the morning.
Their takeoff procedure and the initial part of the takeoff seemed entirely routine and ordinary and well executed.
Heading select. Heading select. Check.
Ethiopian 409, good morning. Climb flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Ethiopian 409.
Weather ahead is now a problem.
If there's lightning in the area, you see the flashes. You're beginning to feel turbulence.
Sir, I suggest that due to the weather, you follow heading 270 to be in the clear.
21, say again. Confirm heading 210.
Suddenly, the situation in the cockpit turns critical.
The airplane is being banked beyond its normal operational limits.
Captain Nagasa attempts to correct the problem by turning the plane back towards the thunderstorm.
Ethiopian 409. Follow heading 270. Turn right, heading 270.
Okay, what heading did he say? 270, set. What is it? Speed! What is it? Go around, go around. Roger, go around.
Ethiopian 409. Follow heading 270, sir. Follow heading 270. Turn right, heading 270 now.
Whenever a controller tells a pilot to do something now, the controller is telling the flight that they're in immediate danger. He was worried that the crew was going to fly the airplane into the hills behind Beirut Airport.
But the aircraft doesn't get that far. The 737 plunges from the sky.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
Into the Mediterranean Sea. Ships in the area are alerted. And Lebanon's Civil Aviation Authority dispatches investigators.
So you want to answer very important questions to the family. Why my relative died?
It's soon apparent there are no survivors. Most of the plane is lying at the bottom of the sea. Without more wreckage, investigators may never discover what brought down Flight 409. Because the 737 is American-made, the National Transportation Safety Board's Dennis Jones joins the team.
It's coming along.
We still didn't have a crash site per se. The flight recorded, which is always a big concern of interest, was still yet to be found.
The flight track from Hariri.
Desperate for clues, investigators pieced together the plane's flight path.
When we first got there, some of the information we had that was helpful was the radar data.
It paints a confusing picture.
It's like no one's flying.
Exactly.
After takeoff, the plane follows an unusual, erratic course.
You would wonder what really was happening. As if there were no crew in the cockpit.
The investigation is at a standstill when it gets a major boost.
Let's get that out.
The flight recorders are recovered.
Yeah, that's it.
They may reveal why the plane was flown so erratically.
Exterior checks complete.
The team listens to the cockpit voice recorder for any sign of trouble.
We wanted to try to get a better understanding if there might have been some kind of mechanical problem.
The takeoff sounds completely normal.
Rotate.
Then investigators hear the controller give the pilots a new heading. But that's not the direction the plane flies.
As they approached the heading that they had been assigned, they overshot the heading.
They're way off course.
Sir, I suggest that due to the weather, you follow heading 270 to be in the clear.
Each time the pilots try to correct their course, they turn too far and bank too steeply.
Ethiopian 409, you are going into the mountain. Turn right now, heading 270.
The airplane was rolling into an ever steeper bank, ultimately leading to a spiral.
Plane was out of control.
Nothing on the recording indicates a mechanical failure.
It was just something that we certainly didn't have any answers for in the beginning.
Investigators scour the cockpit recording for clues they may have missed.
Exterior checks complete.
Check complete, no problems.
They notice something odd.
During the takeoff roll,
You see that?
the captain saw something because he tells his first officer, did you see that? But then there was no reaction from the first officer.
The first officer is silent.
Okay.
Engage the autopilot.
Hold on. Stop for a second. That would have changed things.
The advantage of engaging the autopilot in that situation is that the pilot can then let the autopilot worry about the attitude of the airplane while he sits back and takes the big picture, maintains situational awareness.
But the autopilot was never turned on. Nor was there a reply to the captain's order.
Had the autopilot been engaged when the captain ordered the first pilot to engage it, would have saved the whole flight.
Investigators need to find out why the first officer failed to act. Investigators now know the first officer of Flight 409 didn't turn on the autopilot when the captain commanded him to do so.
Okay.
But the recording also reveals some questionable behavior on the part of the captain. He never noticed that the autopilot wasn't engaged. It forces investigators to consider an unlikely explanation of what else went wrong. Something called subtle incapacitation.
If the pilot at the control has a stroke and slumps over the control wheel, there's no question that you've got a person who's incapacitated. However, if the pilot at the controls starts to lose the picture and does so silently and starts to misapply controls or push the wrong buttons, it may take a while before the other crew members pick up on that failure. That sequence is called subtle incapacitation.
It's a dynamic that goes beyond the usual definition of pilot error.
Subtle incapacitation can come from physiological reasons, psychological reasons, or a combination of both. Could be something minor. Medications could cause it, stress could cause it, fatigue could cause it.
Investigators scrutinize the cockpit recording for more information.
What are these guys doing?
They listen to the crew's conversation just before takeoff.
This room doesn't make you sleepy.
If you hear someone in the recorder saying sleep, immediately our antennas stick up.
Most of them know we
What
have.
are you doing up there?
The team hears the crew discussing symptoms of fatigue.
Did you feel dizzy? Oh, I couldn't sleep. Well, me too.
Investigators question why the pilots were so tired. Employment records revealed that the captain worked almost non-stop for nearly 2 months. That supports the theory of subtle incapacitation.
Sir, I suggest that due to the weather, you follow heading 270 to be in the clear.
2-1, say again?
Fatigued and under increasing stress, the pilots become disoriented in the dark.
It seems that the crew was never fully on top of what was happening.
Go around! Go around! Go around! Rush! Go around!
Investigators conclude that the accident was caused by a crew that was too tired to properly recover from a wrong turn. They recommend Ethiopian Airlines introduce rigorous new rules regarding flight crew rest.
It's one thing to have the experience and the expertise to do the work, but you have to be in good condition in order to perform.
When a flight crew is lost in the dark, they may have just seconds to regain their bearing, because when they don't, the result can be fatal.